Hi there, you're in the lab with your mate JJ. Today is unboxing. We haven't done an unboxing for a while, so we're going to do a quick unboxing today. So the job title for today is Voltage Virtuoso. Today I'm the Voltage Virtuoso, and the equipment that we'll be unboxing is this. This is a Casio fx-991CW scientific calculator. I have a bunch of scientific calculators that are going to be arriving over the next couple of weeks. This is the first one to get here, so I'm looking forward to having a bit of a play with this. I'm actually getting two out of the FX991 series. This is the CW, which is short for ClassWiz, which is the latest word on scientific calculators from Casio. I'm also getting the FX991EX, which is the lower grade version of this. So this is the good one, and the cheapo one is coming as well. Should be here in the next couple of weeks. So if you're interested, hit subscribe so you can see that when it comes out. Today we'll just be taking this out of the box and having a look at it. Before we do, I thought I'd jump you over to the computer and tell you a little bit about it. And then once we've had a look at that, at what we can read about it, we'll bring it over to the bench and we'll take it out of the box and have a bit of a squiz at it. So let's jump over to the computer and we'll see what we're dealing with.
Alright, so here we are on the computer, and I'm over here on my personal wiki, jj5.net/wiki/calculators. Following are my handheld scientific and graphing calculators. I also have a bunch of computers. So today we're looking at the first one. We'll be doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one we won't be doing. That's my old. The top line is my Sharp EL 546L scientific calculator. That was from 1993. That's when I got that. That was a long time ago when I was in high school. So this is the scientific calculator that I used through high school and university. It's pretty much done me for my whole life. But just recently I've been branching out. So I got the latest version in the 5XX line from Sharp. So that's the EL506TS. So I'm looking forward to getting that. Here is the Casio FX991EX that I mentioned before. That was $25. The CW, which is the one we'll be looking at today, was $52. Those are Aussie dollars though, so it's even cheaper than that in American dollars. And the other two we'll be getting are the Texas Instruments 36X Pro, and then I'm actually getting a graphing calculator, which is even more sophisticated. That's the HP Prime G2, and that was the most expensive thing that I got, 315 Aussie bucks. So we'll be looking at all of those things when they arrive over the next couple of weeks. But today we're starting with the Casio FX-991CW. And I'll show you all of the bits and pieces that go with that. So this just is the wiki page. I'll add any notes or whatever here. It refers back to the table. This is the user's guide. It's 151 pages. I've been reading through it. I'm about halfway through. So it's good. It's a good manual. Seems to cover all of the features of the calculator, which was good. I won't run through the manual with you today, but there'll be a link in the show notes if you want to go check it out yourself. It's well written. It's comprehensive. It's easy to understand. Yeah. Now this is where I bought it. I bought it on ebay.com.au. I paid about $52 for it. It's called an Advanced Scientific LCD Display Calculator with 552 functions. I'm not sure what that with Bill. I don't know what that was supposed to say. Condition brand new. Features. LCD display, calculus, backlight, power source, battery, and solar. There you go. So, made in Thailand. Interesting. About this item, 4 times better resolution than the Casio 991ES Plus. Okay, better resolution for easier viewing of long expressions. A natural textbook display, input and display fractions, powers, logarithms, roots, and other mathematical formulas and symbols just as they appear in textbooks. A scientific calculator with inbuilt QR code function. Oh yeah, they've got some software that allows you to integrate via QR codes so you can see graphs and such. So I'm looking forward to checking that out. I think they call it ClassWiz or ClassWiz.net or something. I forget. We'll know about that soon. Calculator can generate a QR code. Yeah, useful from graphical visualization, accessing user manual using your smartphone. Faster than any previous Casio non-programmable scientific calculator. Up to 4-degree simultaneous and polynomial solver, numerical integration, differentiation, statistics, matrix, and vector calculations. So it sounds like a pretty good calculator, doesn't it? And then this over here, what are we getting access denied for? Oh, that's a shame. I think that was working the other day, so I don't know why it's not working now. Let's try it in the other browser. Sometimes that works. Yep, there we go. So this is at Casio.com. This is their promotional page. ClassWiz CW series is designed teaching and studying for today. Its brand new approachable UI and various features encourage students' math learning. And there's a video here. If you're interested in that, I'll put it in the show notes. Intuitive, approachable new design, high definition and 4 gradation display. With the 4 gradation display, the current input location is displayed in a darker color. Oh, okay, cool. Intuitive cursor operation, simple cursor-based operations, and a key layout that follows the natural flow of use. Natural textbook display, so you got fractions, powers. That's pretty great. Intuitive, easy to learn icon display. So they've got different apps. They've got a calculator app, a statistics app, distribution app, spreadsheet app, table app, equation app, and more. List display function for thorough, speedy learning. Okay, so this is the variables A, B, C, D, E, F, X, Y, and Z. High-speed calculation. So fast calculation for smooth performance in class or during examinations. Packed with features to encourage learning. Calculator apps. Easily select a calculator app from the home screen that is suitable for the type of calculation you want to perform. Spreadsheet, useful for learning statistics, recursive formulas, and more. Handles up to 5 columns and 45 rows with a maximum of 170 data items. MathBox, following functions to support the math learning and dice roll and coin toss for probability simulations. So you can do as they say, a dice roll or a coin toss simulation with the features of MathBox. Calculate. So here's a calculation involving square roots and fractions. There's statistics, and you can get the various variables. You can generate a number table based on 1 or 2 functions. And you can solve simultaneous equations, higher order equations, and solver function to find the value of any variable contained in an input equation. Online visualization service using QR codes. Easily generate QR codes of equations input into the calculator. Graphs and other graphics can be displayed on smartphones or tablets. So I'm looking forward to checking that out. We've got our input data. We can generate and scan a QR code, and it'll give us a graph on our smartphone. So we'll try and do that today if we can. We'll try and get that working. I've got the software on my phone already. I got it ready the other day in preparation. Variety of functions that are available in calculator apps to support students' learning. So there's a catalog. The catalog menu shows store values to variables, categories of commands, functions, and symbols according to the calculator app that you are currently using and the current status of the app, the display screen or current settings. Okay, so there's a catalog menu. Function, you can store functions in both fx and gx. So they give you some examples here. You can create a table with the table app using the functions, or you can call the functions from a spreadsheet. That's cool. You can store values to variables and use the variables in calculations. Okay. Things you can do with the variable key. Display the variable list screen, store values to variables. Use save values, can be called from any app. Great. For more information, visit the Worldwide Education website. Oh, we'll check that out. Specifications. Okay, so basic information, product features. This is a non-programmable, non-graphing calculator. Number of digits is 10 plus 2. Liquid crystal display. Natural textbook display, icon menu, dot matrix display, high resolution, 4 gradation display. I think 4 gradation means it's got 4 colors, so it's got black and white and 2 shades of gray. That's what I reckon that means. Plastic keys. The keys on this thing are really sexy, and they're curved and they're round. They're designed for pressing. Fast typing function, 2-key rollover, negative sign, power off. Memory, 9 variables, variables list, answer memory, function memory, memory protection, not sure what that is, reset function, power supply, solar and battery, approximate battery life, 2 years, auto power off. You can change the auto power off between 10 minutes and 1 hour, I think. The size is 162 by 77 by 10.7 millimeters. It weighs 95 grams and it has a hard case. Display settings. The number format, fixed, scientific, and normal. Engineering symbols. So that's like milli, giga, mega, kilo, all that sort of thing. Engineering notation. So that's just the order of magnitude and times 10 to the power of whatever's. Fraction and decimal conversion, angle unit, so you can use degrees, radians, and gradients. It supports improper and mixed fractions. It's got a sexagesimal and decimal conversion, and it's got digit separator. Okay. Function calculations. So basic calculation, bracket calculation, fraction calculation, degree, minute, second calculations, reciprocal calculation, percent calculation in the scientific calculator function, ratio calculation, factorial function, pi, calculation with square roots and pi, rounding function, and then advanced calculations, transcendental number E, base N calculation. I think it's even got base 5, but it's got the others. It's got binary, it's got hexadecimal. Got logical operators, complex number calculation, matrix calculations, vector calculations, ratio calculations, spreadsheet, numeric table, simultaneous equations, polynomial equations, inequality calculations, list-based stat data editor, 1 variable statistics, 2 variable statistics and regression, distribution calculations, and MathBox, which we mentioned earlier, has the coin toss and the dice roll. Okay, and then it's got applied calculation, continuous calculation, replay function, multi-replay function, undo, and solve function. And then we've got function features, basic mathematical functions, independent key for x, absolute value calculation, square root, okay, power and radical roots, so you can get cubed roots and so on. trigonometric, inverse trigonometric, hyperbolic, inverse hyperbolic, exponential, logarithmic, base specified logarithmic, okay, coordinate conversion, combination, permutation, prime factorization. Actually, I wonder if I can. I was trying to increase the size. Where were we up to? Combinations and permutations, prime factorization, random number generation, random integer generation. The random number is a 3-digit fraction between 0 and 1. 0 and then 3 digits. Summation, differentiation calculation, integration calculation, scientific constants, metric conversion functions. All right, statistical functions, list-based stat data editor, exam compatibility. So these are the exams. A level, I think those are Americans. I don't think any of them are in Australia. Peripheral devices. So it's got QR code and it's got an authenticity check. So we'll make sure that we check that to make sure we haven't got a rip-off calculator. So then there's support, there's frequently asked questions, manuals, downloads, and Windows. Might as well have a look at those things, huh? So this is material for teachers to explain how they can use the calculator in class. Perfect math learning tool with intuitive new design. The new ClassWiz CW series is designed for modern teaching and studying. Its innovative design and key placement make it accessible to everyone. It includes MathBox, a fun feature for math learning. It connects with ClassPad.net. Okay, so that's ClassPad, that's what it's called, the QR code reader software, to support ICT classes. These features help to boost students' curiosity toward math learning. Okay, and they've got compare product here. We'll open that and have a look, huh? So, okay, there's a whole bunch of support. So we've got emulators, teaching materials, how-to videos, font sent, user guide, and FAQ. So user guide, I don't know if that's so there's a video here. We won't watch it together now, but if you're interested, check it out. All right, so the new display and key layout of the ClassWiz CW series offer intuitive operability, making it easy for students to learn and teachers to teach. Okay, so you got the high definition 4 gradation display. So you can see it's a bit darker there. So it sort of the active part is darker than the rest of it. The new 4-tone screen brings grey into the equation, so you can easily tell which part is being entered. Okay. Simple cursor operation and layout. New OK and back keys are added to a streamlined layout that places frequently used keys close to each other for easy operation with minimal confusion. Easy push keys. The convex and rounded key faces make them easy to push evenly from any angle, and easy to understand key labeling. So the printed labeling around the keys has been simplified, making it easier to locate your most used keys. Easy intuitive operability. Intuitive and interactive operation makes it easy to use the features of ClassWiz. By the use of icons, selection of the desired function is quick and easy. Visual, interactive, and textbook-based displays make operation easier for teaching the use of scientific calculators, so you can concentrate on teaching mathematics. Natural textbook display models. So they've taken this and rendered it like this, much nicer. Input and display fractions, powers, logarithms, roots, and other mathematical formulas and symbols just as they appear in textbooks. Interactive, easy to learn icon display. So this is the ES Plus series, and this is the ESX series, and this is the CW series. So it's got better and better. This is the latest iteration. I do have a ClassWiz EX, which is coming next week. The ES Plus, I'm not going to get that one. I've got this one and this one. I'm not doing this one. The use of the icons on the menu screen improves visibility. Selection of desired functions is quick and easy. The ClassWiz CW series shows icons and app names together, making it even easier to select them from the menu. Detailed lists on high-resolution LCD display. The printed labeling around the keys has been simplified, making it easier to locate your most used keys. Here's the variable list, and here's the statistical calculation results. And we've got high-speed calculation. Like the ClassWiz EX series, it offers fast calculation for smooth performance in class or during examinations. Functions for which specific models are not indicated are available in all models. Functions for which specific models are not indicated are available in all models. Oh, I see. Yep, cool. So if they don't say, then it's available everywhere. I'm not sure where the list of functions is. Maybe that's coming. All right, variety of functions and features. A wide range of essential functions are effective for education and available to support student learning. Calculator apps with a range of useful features. It is easy to select calculator app from the home menu screen that is suitable for the type of calculation you want to perform. So we've got calculate, perform general computations using natural textbook display notation, including absolute value, logs of any base, summation, derivatives, and integrals. I'm just going to take a quick break before we continue. All right, I'm back. So we've discussed the calculation app, and next is the statistics app. Calculate one variable statistic, such as sum, mean, max, or quartile, and apply linear, quadratic, logarithmic, exponential, and geometric power regressions. A distribution, investigate normal, inverse normal, binomial, and Poisson probability and cumulative distributions. Spreadsheet, create spreadsheets with up to 5 columns and 45 rows. Spreadsheet function. Spreadsheet supports fill, cut, copy, paste, recursive formulas, mean and sum commands. Table generates numeric table based on one or two functions. Equations, solve equations or simultaneous systems of equations with up to 4 unknowns and polynomials of up to degree 4, and find maximum and minimum values in quadratic and cubic equations. Inequality, solve polynomial inequalities of up to degree 4 with the solution set expressed as a compound inequality. Complex, perform computation with complex numbers, including A plus BI form, polar form, and conversions between the two. Base N, perform binary, octal, hexadecimal computations and convert among those numbers, bases, and base 10. Matrix, perform operations on matrices up to 4x4, including matrix arithmetic, determinants, transpositions, and identity matrix. Vector, perform vector operations on 2 and 3-dimensional vectors, including vector arithmetic, dot products, angles, and unit vectors. Ratio, solve proportions of the form A to B equals X to D and A to B equals C to X. MathBox, apply math to everyday scenarios and learn probability the fun way with dice roll and coin toss simulations. Variable memory, A, B, C, D, E, F, X, Y, Z. That's the variable list. Editing on the variable list, you can change things there. In the calculator app, you can use the variables. In the equation app, you can use the variables. You can store values to variables and use the variables in calculations. Pressing variable displays a screen that shows the values currently stored to variables A, B, C, D, E, F, X, Y, and Z. Function memory, so you can store a function in the calculate app, in the equation app. You can store functions to fx and gx. Pressing fx displays a menu for defining functions and calling fx or gx memory to apps. Catalog, categories, functions. Catalog menu shows categories of the commands, functions, and symbols in accordance with the calculator app you are currently using, and the current status, display screen, or current settings of the app. Okay, inspire students to learn. Intuitive and interactive operation makes it easy to use the features of ClassWiz. By the use of icons, selection of the desired function is quick and easy. Visual, intuitive, and textbook-based displays make operation easier for teaching the use of scientific calculators so you can concentrate on teaching mathematics. They're going to tell us a bit more about MathBox, which is just the two simulations they've got, dice rolls and coin toss. Dice rolls and coin toss simulations are useful for teaching probability, and they offer a fun way of learning with a scientific calculator based on real-life situations. Each term produces random results, which then provokes discussion among students. Up to 200. This is such a gimmick, isn't it? Like, yeah. They're trying to convince teachers that this is going to engage the kids. Maybe they're right. I don't know. Up to 250 rolls can be simulated for 1 to 3 dice. Up to 250 tosses can be simulated for 1 to 3 coins. And then they've got some information about the spreadsheet. So recursion, the spreadsheet functions makes it possible to enter recursive formulas. Okay, sequence A1 equals 2, and plus 1, minus 2, and 3. I didn't understand that. But yeah, the spreadsheet looks fairly capable. Riemann integral. Calculation using advanced Riemann functions is also possible. Okay, cool. So this is integral, and this is summation. And some more screenshots there. Integration with Casio's online visualization service. Compatibility with ClassPad.net, a convenient online service for classrooms equipped with ICT tools, has been enhanced. The service will be accessed by scanning QR codes displayed on the calculator screen. ClassWiz Calc app for QR code link. Search for ClassWiz Calc app on the App Store or Google Play and download it to access the full QR code link feature. Note the name may differ depending on the region. Please download either ClassWiz Calc app, ClassWiz Calc app QR, or ClassWiz Calc app Plus. I think we have the app Plus in Australia. Anyway, I've already got that loaded on my phone, so we should be able to check that out soon when we're over on the bench. We've got the ClassWiz QR code can be read to display ClassWiz formulas and graph on the ClassPad.net. Alright, you can display graphs on your smart device. Okay, so generate QR codes of equations input into the calculator by a simple operation. Graphs and other information can be displayed on smartphone or tablet screen. You've got visualization with graphs, so you input the data, you generate and scan the QR code, and then you can graph on the smart device, and you can analyze the graph, you can zoom in and such. I think we'll find out. Quick access to the user manual. Instruction manuals for each function can be accessed via QR codes, so you can quickly search for relevant information when needed. Okay, so you go to the menu, get the QR code, and it'll display the manual. Makes learning to operate the calculator fast and easy. Maybe it does, we'll see. Casio teaching materials. Casio develops original Casio teaching materials that can deepen learning when used together with scientific calculators. These materials are available free of charge once you register for a Casio ID. I'm not sure if I've done that yet. We might need to do that together today. Authenticity check. Many fake Casio scientific calculators can be found in the market. Ensure your Casio calculator is authentic by using our quick and easy verification process. Protect yourself from counterfeit products and enjoy the full benefits of genuine Casio quality. How to check authenticity. We'll check that out as well. So this is the product comparison that they've got. So let's check the CW versus the EX, and then versus the ES plus 2. So this is the 991 series, which is the best one that they've got. Oh, look, they've got the 991 MS. We might as well add that in as well, huh? I don't know how many you can choose. We've chosen 4. Okay, that's great. So this is the CW. That's the one that we've got today. The EX, we'll be looking at that in the next week or two. If you're interested, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. This is the ES Plus 2 and the MS2. So you can sort of get an idea of the relative features. This is more capable with the display. So liquid crystal display, product features, memory size, there's the same number of variables. Power supply, they're all solar and battery. Dimensions are about the same, weight's about the same. All of them come with a hard case. These are the functions, pretty similar across all of them. Key functions, okay, same. So looks like this has got 552 functions. This doesn't say. So this has got 401, 417, 452. I think this is 452 as well. I'm not totally sure about that. Is it going to tell us how many digits on the display? Doesn't say how many digits. I have to say I didn't find this particularly useful. And they're very similar, aren't they? But they do look a bit different, don't they? Alright, so how to check authenticity. Many fake Casio scientific calculators can be found in the market. Ensure your Casio calculator is authentic by using our quick and easy verification process. Choosing genuine Casio calculators ensures accuracy, reliability, and long-term support, while counterfeit products lead to errors and frustration. How to check authenticity. To verify the authenticity of your Casio calculator, you have 2 options, with the calculator QR code or with the packaged QR sticker. See the verification step for each method below. Okay, so there's a calculator QR code. And there's a packaged QR sticker. Okay. Find your model below to view specific verification steps. If your model is not listed here, please try using the packaged QR sticker method. Okay, well, I'm going to try the package first, I think. Only for models with hologram sticker affixed to package, so we'll check that in a minute. Check the characteristics of the hologram sticker attached to the package. Okay, cool. Well, it's here, so that's good. I wonder if we can do this now. Hologram sticker. A QR code and sticker printed with a hologram are attached to the product package. Note, the hologram stickers are difficult to replicate for the following reasons. The colors change when tilted left or right. The shading is reversed when rotated. Anyway, it seems to be legit. Step 2. Use your smartphone to scan the QR code section of the hologram sticker attached to the package. If your smartphone does not have a QR reader, please install one. Alright. So I've got my old phone here and I'll scan the QR code. Alright. So it's taking me to CasioInternational.com. Authentication result. Please confirm that the hologram sticker shown below is affixed, and it certainly is. Be sure to read about authenticity check. Okay. Register for our membership now for premium content giveaway. I don't think I'm going to do that, but I will sign up for a Casio ID later on. so I can use ClassPad.net. So anyway, that's all seems well and good. Like I've got a legitimate product, so that's something. What do we got here? Oh, here's a FAQ, frequently asked questions. You can search for frequently queried items. You can search either or both of the following. Enter keywords for the content you want to find, click search, or click the box, select the item you want to search for, then click search. Alright, so let's say scientific calculators, standard scientific calculators, let's say ClassWiz series, search. Alright, in the case of a model that supports different languages, how do I change the ClassWiz language setting? Okay, when I perform a calculation on my ClassWiz series calculator, why does the result appear as a fraction? Okay, can I input and display engineering symbols? Also, what is the difference between engineering symbols and the ENG key? Does ClassWiz support sexagesimal, degrees, minutes, seconds, and time, hours, minutes, second calculation? Okay, does ClassWiz have a constant calculation function? Why do results appear in exponential form? How does ClassWiz support 3-digit separators? Oh, that's an interesting question. So, it's gonna, okay. Let's just duck back here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, and the other thing is just general. Is there anything in general? Oh, gee, there's heaps. Is there anything I need to keep in mind when performing calculations that involve trigonometric functions or angles? Is it possible to accomplish calculations of complex numbers, especially in polar form with scientific calculators? Why aren't powers and exponents being calculated properly when I use the EXP key? Is there anything I need to remember when performing base n and logical operations? How does the mode key work? Logarithm of a number to an arbitrary base. After performing a sequence of calculations in SVPAM series, when I attempt to store the answer in memory, the value changes to something else altogether. Is it possible to accomplish time calculations with scientific calculators? Why do the letters SVPAM, what do the letters SVPAM stand for? What do the letters VPAM stand for? Is there anything I need to keep in mind when performing a calculation? Is there some simple way to change the angle unit setting between degrees, radians, and gradians? And can we use a separator per each 3 digits at scientific calculators? Okay, cool. Well, we might as well just pop them all open and we'll be an expert by the time we've answered all of these questions. All right, so in the case of a model that supports different languages, how do I change the language setting? You can use the procedure below to change the display language setting. Operation Shift menu setup. Use the up and down cursor keys to scroll until the language item comes into view. Press the key that corresponds to language. Press the key that corresponds to the language you want to select. And these are the languages that they support. To check the language setting, to change from Arabic to English. Okay. Okay, these are for models that we don't have. And it looks like there's a fx-991AR. I don't know. Oh, that's not found anyway. Alright, when I perform a calculation on my ClassWiz series calculator, why does the result appear as a fraction? When I perform a calculation on my ClassWiz series calculator, what does the result appear as a fraction? Okay, the initial default setting of the calculator is math in, math out. With this setting, fraction format is given priority for calculation results. ClassWiz lets you change the setting to specify decimal value format for results. Press Shift menu 1 and then 2 to change the setting to math in decimal out. Okay. You can also use the operation below to change the format of the displayed value after calculation is complete. After calculation is complete, press the SD key. This switches the display fraction to a decimal value. Pressing SD while the decimal value is displayed will switch to a fraction value. During a calculation, press Shift equals instead of equals. Right. Press Shift equals and it'll automatically show it as a decimal. That's handy. Alright, can I input and display engineering symbols? Also, what is the difference between engineering symbols and the engineering key? The ClassWiz models below support input and display of engineering symbols in the 991X, okay, 991AR. Example to input 500K, press 500, option 3, and 6 for K. To enable, so as they said, the engineering symbols are just the orders of magnitude, like K for kilo and M for mega and that sort of thing. To enable engineering notation for calculation result display, select on for the display engineering symbol setting in the setup menu. This will cause the symbol E to appear on the display. So E will indicate that it's in engineering mode. Press Shift menu, setup for engineering symbol, press 1, then select on for the display engineering symbol. The engineering key, adjust the exponent of a calculation result by a power of 3. So you can scroll it through, there you go. So the engineering key changes it, changes the orders of magnitude. Does ClassWiz support sexagesimal degrees, minutes, seconds, and time, hours, minutes, seconds calculation? Yes, it is possible. The sexagesimal base number is based on the number 60. The base number is used for time and angle measurement. To measure, time measures 1 hour, 60 minutes, 1 minute, 60 seconds. Also, scientific calculators can carry out time calculations as well as angle calculations. Examples. To convert the decimal value 2.258 to a sexagesimal value, use this here, 2.258 equals, and then you press the degrees, minutes, second button, and then it displays the results, which is 2 degrees, 15 minutes, and 28.8 seconds. Okay, and you do time calculation. So 5 hours, 34 minutes, and 48 seconds are to be added to 8 hours, 16 minutes, and 51 seconds. You do it like this, and the displayed result is 13 hours, 51 minutes, and 39 seconds. The result can be converted to decimal value. So you just press that key again and it'll toggle it to decimal. During math in decimal out and line in decimal out calculations, the sexagesimal input results are displayed in decimal value form. You can press degrees, minutes, seconds to convert to sexagesimal form. Does ClassWiz have a constant calculation function? Though it does not have a constant calculation function in itself, ClassWiz does support constant calculations using the simple procedures below. The ClassWiz procedures allow you to check the formula and input values as you perform the calculation. Using the calc function, you can temporarily store a formula in memory and then perform a repeat calculation. For example, to perform the calculation 5 times 2 times 3 times 4, you press 5 times alpha A calc 2 equals 3 equals 4 equals. I'm a bit confused about that. Using replay. With this procedure, you execute a calculation, press the arrow right or arrow left cursor key to enter the editing mode, change the applicable value, and then execute again. For example, to execute 5 times 2, then use the replay function for 5 times 3 and 5.4. Okay, I'm a bit confused about that. That's alright, we don't need to understand everything. Why do results appear in exponential form? This happens when norm 1, exponential display range, which is the initial default setting, is selected for the number of display digits. Changing this setting to norm 2 will expand the display range, which will display results without using exponential form. For example, 1 divided by 200. In norm 1, 5 times 10 to the minus 3. In norm 2, 0.005. Shift menu 3, 3, 2. This changes the exponential display range to norm 2. Does ClassWiz support 3-digit separators? Yes. On the setup screen, select on for the digit separator setting. The initial setting is off. Oh, that's interesting. Operation. Shift menu setup. Use the up and down cursor keys to scroll the screen until the digital separator item comes into view. Press the key that corresponds to the number on the left of the digit separator. Press 1 and then select on for digit separators. Okay. Is there anything I need to keep in mind when performing calculations that involve trigonometric functions or angles? Yes. The calculator has 3 angle modes, and you need to check to make sure that the currently selected angle mode is the correct one for the type of calculation you are trying to perform. If it isn't, you need to change it. Determining the current angle mode setting. The current angle mode setting is indicated on the calculator's display by one of the indicators described below. Degree. If D or degree is on the display, it means that the current angle mode is degree. A degree is 1 in 360 of the circumference of a circle. 1 degree is represented as 1 with a 0 next to it. The following, it's not a 0, it's a degree symbol. The following shows a calculation that uses degrees. Sine 90 degrees equals cos 0 equals 1. If R or rad is on the display, it means the current angle mode is radian. A radian is 1 pi r of the circumference of a circle. Measurements of angles using radians, called the radian system of angular measurement. 1 radian equals 360 degrees divided by 2 pi. The following are calculations that use radians. Sine pi on 2 equals 1, cos pi equals pi 2 equals 1. Grad, if G or GRA is on the display, it means that the current angle mode is gradients. A grad is 1/400th of the circumference of a circle. The following are calculations that use grads. Sine 100 grads, cos 400 grads equals 1. The following shows the relationship between the 3 angle modes. 90 degrees equals pi on 2 radians equals 100 grads. All of them being a quarter of a circle. Degree is the initial default angle mode for standard scientific calculator and a programmable scientific calculator. Changing the angle mode. SVPAM, VPAM, FX4800P, blah blah blah. Press mode to cycle through screens on the display until the angle mode selection screen appears. Input the number that corresponds to the angle mode you want to select. Standard and programmable scientific calculators other than those indicated above. Press the mode key in combination with the number that corresponds to the angle mode you want to select. The plate below the display shows which number key you need to press. Okay. Is it possible to accomplish calculations of complex numbers, especially in polar form, with scientific calculators? Yes. At the At the following model, the arithmetic operations on complex numbers can be easily managed using the calculators. The models fx-991MS, 115MS, 912MS, 3650P, 3950P. These kinds of calculators, which are used often in physical and technical fields, are explained here as a supplement to the calculator manual. Okay, complex numbers can be represented in two forms. A rectangular or Cartesian form, which is z equals x plus I y. In some notations, j's may be used instead of I. The electrical engineers use j. Polar or phasor form, z equals r angle theta, or z equals the absolute value times e to the power of theta I. In some notations, phi may be used instead of theta. For example, convert a complex number into polar form, or convert complex number into rectangular form. Okay, we've got examples, blah, blah, blah. So there's a lot of stuff on complex numbers. Very good. Why aren't powers and exponents being calculated properly when I use the EXP key? The EXP key is used for scientific notation, not for entering powers. It is the same as saying times 10 to the power of, which whatever number is entered immediately after that is the power that 10 is raised to. To raise a number to a power, use the exponential key, hat key, I'm not sure what they call that. For example, let us say you want to enter 6 to the 4th power. The proper way to enter this would be 6 hat 4. The result would be 1296. If you instead entered 6 exp4, then this would be interpreted as 6 times 10 to the power of 4, or 6 times 10,000, which would be 60,000. Okay. Is there anything I need to remember when performing base n and logical operations? Yes. In addition to decimal values, calculations can be performed using binary, octal, and hexadecimal values. Calculation results in the base n mode are always displayed using the currently selected number system. You can change the number system setting to change a value to another number system. You can also perform negative value calculations and logical operations. Note, when inputting hexadecimal values, use the keys marked with red or green alphabetic letters to input A, B, C, D, E, and F. In this case, you do not need to press the alpha key before pressing the letter key. Okay, and here's converting from base n to decimal. Okay, and blah, blah, blah. Then we've got logical operations display the results of bitwise logical product and logical sum, or exclusive logical sum XOR, and exclusive negative sum XNOR. In the case of negative binary, octal, and decimal values, the 2's complement of the binary equivalent of the value is taken, and then result is returned to its original number base. With the decimal number base, negative values are displayed with a minus sign. Cool. How does the mode key work? The mode key can be used to select the modes described below. Important. The following is a general explanation of scientific calculator modes. Note that your calculator may not include all of the modes described here. Calculation modes. Before performing a calculation, you first need to select the appropriate calculation mode. Comp, basic arithmetic calculations, arithmetic operations, trigonometric functions, etc. Complex numbers and calculations, statistical calculations, SD for single variable statistic calculations, LP or reg for paired variable statistic calculations, linear regression statistical calculations, base or base n, binary, octal, decimal, hexadecimal number system calculations, mat or matrix for matrix calculations, determinants, etc. VCT or vector for vector calculations, equation for nth degree equations and simultaneous equations, and table. Generate a number table based on the one or two functions. Okay, display settings. Use these settings to control how calculation results are displayed. Note that changing the fixed and scientific settings does not affect internal calculation results. Okay. Norm, exponential display format, and cancels the currently configured fixed and scientific settings. Fix specifies a fixed number of digits to the right of the decimal place. Psi specifies a fixed number of significant digits. Okay. Angle unit setting. Again, we've got degrees, radians, and gradients. And engineering mode. Use this mode when you want to input and perform calculations using engineering symbols. Logarithm of a number to an arbitrary base. Logarithms in base 10, the common logarithm, and e, the natural logarithm, can be calculated directly using the keyboard. However, if someone wants to calculate a logarithm in any other base, he has to convert this logarithm to a logarithm in base 10 using the following equation. So log BA equals log A divided by log B. Okay, log BA is the log of A in base B, and log A is the log of A in base 10. The correctness or validity of this equation can be verified simply. In this way, then, it is possible to calculate the logarithm of a number to any base with Casio's scientific and graphical calculators. I didn't know that. There you go. So log A divided by log B is the same as log A in base B. Cool. After performing a sequence of calculations in SVPAM series, when I attempt to store the answer in memory, the value changes to something else altogether. If you perform a simple two-step operation, then after pressing the equals key, you can press Shift Store Memory M to store answer into memory. Okay. If you perform additional calculations after that using the answer from the previous calculation, then the calculator will begin using answer memory. When you are finished with the calculation, press Shift Store M, repeat the last calculator and store the result into memory instead. Okay. Is it possible to accomplish time calculations? Yes, it is. We discussed that earlier. What do the letters SVPAM stand for? SVPAM stands for Super Visually Perfect Algebraic Method. This is the ability to input mathematical expressions as they are written, along with the ability to view expressions and results at the same time. The display of SVPAM shows 2 lines at a time. This is the same thing again. What do the letters VPAM stand for? VPAM stands for Visually Perfect Algebraic Method. This is the ability to input mathematical expressions as they are written. With a model not equipped with VPAM, for example, you would input the expression sine 90 degrees using the key operation. With VPAM calculator, you would use... Oh, I see. Yeah, so it's just algebraic. Is there anything I need to keep in mind when performing a calculation? Yes. Remember that calculations are performed in accordance with a specific calculation priority sequence. For example, multiplication and division operations are executed before addition and subtraction operations. Also, each calculator model performs calculations in accordance with the preset calculation priority sequence. Check the applicable section in your calculator's user guide for information about the calculation priority sequence it uses for calculations. Chapters, calculation priority sequence, order of operations and levels. For example, minus 4 to the power of 2, the result is minus 16. Oh, that's interesting. So they take the power and then they apply the negative. 2 plus 3 times 4, the result is 14. So that's 3 times 4 is 12, plus 2 is 14. In the first example, 4 is squared and then the result is made negative. This is because the power operation has higher priority than the negative sign. In the second example, the 3 times 4 operation is performed first, and then the result is added to 2. This is because multiplication and division has a higher calculation priority than addition and subtraction. Note, expressions enclosed in parentheses are given top priority. Parentheses can be nested inside each other. In this case, the expression inside the innermost set of parentheses is given top priority. And then you've got, for example, minus 4 in brackets to the power of 2 is 16, and 2 plus 3 times 4 is 20. Very good. Is there some simple way to change the angle unit setting between degrees, radians, and gradients? You can change the default angle unit setting as explained here. Some models also support angle conversion, which lets you specify the angle unit as an input value. The specified angle unit overrides the default angle unit mode setting. For example, to input 90 degrees, while the default angle mode is radians, you press these buttons. Very good. Can we use a separator per each 3 digits at scientific calculators? Yes, it is available in SVPAM, only when the integer part of the mantissa has more than 3 digits. Okay, so here we go. We've got category, general and scientific. Okay, series, scientific calculators. Oh wow, there's heaps of them. Algebra FX, CFX, ClassPad, FX100, FX115, FX220, 260. Wow. All right. So they've got a lot of products, don't they? So this is the one that we've got, the fx-991CW. Then there's the ES Plus, which we saw. The EX, which we're getting. Cool. So this is our one. Oh, they've got a user guide in HTML and in PDF. Cool. Wow. Okay, that's cool. I'll definitely put this link in the show notes. I'll just make a note for myself there. And this is our 151 page add freehand drawing signatures and highlights with the new draw tool. Okay, thanks. So yeah, this is the manual. We saw it earlier. Select your location. Asia English, that's me. CAS graphics models. Yeah, okay. And computer OS compatibility. Okay. Please enter the product name. Okay, ClassPad Manager subscription. ClassWiz Emulator subscription. Okay. So we don't need any of that. Alright, so what are we up to? I think that was everything. That was a bit of a rabbit hole, wasn't it? Anyway, we've seen everything there is to see about the Casio fx-991CW. So let's get on with the unboxing, which this is supposed to be. So let's pop over to the bench and take out our calculator out of the box.
All right, so here we are on the bench. This is our calculator. This was the QR code with the hologram sticker. This is a non-programmable scientific calculator, the Casio fx-991CW. 450 plus functions.
Okay, you can register your product online. Very good. Here we go. Now it's got a sticker on it. The SKU name is Casio FX ... A level. Seller is SKU ID 11245. So I'm not sure what all of that is about. Let's see if we can get this sticker off here and have a look at what it says on the back. I think that's coming off. Yeah, it's sort of coming off. Yeah, it seems to be working so far. I'll just do this in time lapse quickly. All right, so that came off. I might zoom you in. Can I zoom you right in here? Can you see that? I'm not sure. So it says Casio ClassWiz fx-991CW. A high resolution display with 4 gradations. Displays mathematical functions in a more visual and natural way. Okay. And then LCD, high resolution display with 4 gradations. Okay, and it's comparing the FX82CW, the FX350CW, the FX570CW, and the FX991CW, which is of course the one that we have. Display expression, same as textbook. Special features, spreadsheet, yes. Equation solver, yes. Quick access to support page from Get Started. Online visualization service via QR code. Utilities, base N calculations. 47 scientific constants. 40 metric conversions. 9 variable memories. Functions, trigonometric and inverse trigonometric functions. Exponential and logarithmic. Fraction calculations. Functions fx and gx. Algebra calculation with square root and pi symbols, including simplifying radicals, equation calculations, inequalities, table function, matrix and vector calculations, complex number calculations, prime factorization, probability, permutation and combination, MathBox dice coin simulations, statistical calculations, and statistical distribution. All other products, brand names, company names, or logos mentioned are properties and trademarks or registered trademarks of their respective companies. So we've got a couple of barcodes on the back here. Made in Thailand. And the Casio Worldwide Education web, which is https://edu.casio.com. I'll put a link to that in the show notes for you. All right, now here we are. This is what we've all been waiting for. So I'll just take a wider view there. All right, so we're going to pop this guy out of the bottom here. And this is the unboxing. Yes. All right, there's something in here. So what have we got? This. Register your product online and get 6 months extended warranty. For hassle-free warranty repair, register at support.casio.in. Okay, so that's an Indian website that this is referring me to. There you go. So maybe this came from India, I don't know. Buy genuine products, 3 years warranty, against GST paid bill and intact serial number. Warranty terms and conditions. Okay. And what's this? FX. So this is for the 570CW and the 991CW. Startup guide. Casio Worldwide Education website. Manuals are available in multiple languages. Okay. This startup guide explains the basic operations of your calculator. For the full user guide, visit the website below. Carefully read the contents of the user's guide before using the calculator. Okay, and they've got a link here for the manual. Very good.
Be sure to keep all user documentation handy for future reference. In no event shall Casio blah blah blah. The contents of this startup guide are subject to change. The displays and illustrations shown are for illustrative purposes only. QR code is a registered trademark. Company and product names used in this startup guide may be registered trademarks, and so on. All right. Safety precautions. Button type and coin type battery precautions. More battery precautions. Okay. Turning power on and off. Press the power button to turn on the calculator. Press Shift AC to turn off the calculator. The calculator also will turn off automatically after approximately 10 minutes or 60 minutes of non-use. That's a setting, by the way. You can choose which one you want. Calculator get started screen. While the home screen is displayed, press the menu key. Will display the get started screen, which includes the information below. Okay. QR code for accessing the get started web page. Okay. Get started web page gives you access to the user's guide and other related information to help you get started with your calculator. Calculator ID number is a 24-character string. Press enter to return to the home screen. Main keys. So we've got the home key, menu key, special menu for each calculator app, and then we've got a button to display a list of values assigned to variables. Also used when assigning values to variables and recalling variables. Okay, the function button displays a menu for registering the defining equation of fx or gx and for inputting f or g. Displays a menu for inputting functions, commands, and symbols, and this displays a menu for changing the display format of calculation results. Key markings. Pressing the up key followed by, or is it the shift key, followed by a second key performs the alternate function of the second key. The alternate function is indicated by the text printed above the key on the left. 1, keycap function 7, alternate function shift 7 is pi. Reading the display, you've got the input expression, the calculation result, and various indicators. Selecting a calculator app, press home to display the home screen. Use the cursor keys up, down, right, left to move the highlighting to the calculator app icon you want. Press OK to display the initial screen of the calculator app whose icon you selected. Calculation example. The example below shows how to calculate the trigonometric functions sine 45 and cos pi on 6. Make sure the settings below are configured before attempting this operation. Input-output method is math in, math out, the default setting. The angle unit is degrees, the initial default setting. Press home, select the calculate app, and then press OK. Calculate sine 45, press sine 45, close bracket, enter. Use the operation below to select the decimal display format. Press the button and that'll change. Okay. Use the operation below to select radian for the angle unit. Press menu and then select calc settings, angle unit, radian. To close the settings menu, press AC. Calculate cos pi on 6. You press all of these buttons. Note, to return the angle unit setting to degree, perform step 4, selecting degree in place of radian. Resetting the calculator. You can use the menu settings item below, which are included under Reset on the settings menu. To reset calculator settings and or data, go to Settings and Data, initialize all calculator settings except for contrast and auto power off. Also clears all data except for variable memory and answer data. Variable memory clears variable memory and answer data. Initialize all. Initializes all calculator settings except for contrast and auto power off. Also clears all data stored in calculator memory. Press home, select the calculator app icon, press OK, press menu, then select reset.
This displays the menu items under reset. Select the reset menu item you want to execute and then press OK. Press up or down to move the highlighting to yes and then press OK. Replacing the battery on the back of the calculator, remove the screws and the cover. OK. Disposal of waste batteries. Disposal of waste electrical and electronic equipment. Disposal of waste and electronic equipment of products for business use. For further information regarding the disposal of products for business purposes, please contact your dealer or distributor in your country. This product shall not be mixed or disposed with commercial waste. Okay. The manufacturer is Casio Computer Limited in Japan. Okay, and they've got an address in London. The manufacturer, okay, for Asia, again, Japan and Germany there. Okay. Okay, that's everything. So, let's take it out of its little protective plastic case. Okay. Here it is. Well, okay. The case is pretty cool. I like it. It's very light. Very light. There's the battery. It's got a few screws there. Okay. Looks like you can take this baby apart. It's got a number on the back of it. I don't know if that's a model number or a serial number. It's got a solar cell. Anyway, this is it. It's really small and really lightweight. Okay, there's the case comes off like that. Can I clip it in there? I can. Okay. Now I'm very happy with this so far. Look at that. So again, this is the Casio fx-991CW ClassWiz. Yeah, very nice. So let's press the power button and turn it on. There it is. Now it did give us an example, so we might as well just do the examples. So let's see if we can zoom you in. Maybe not that far in. How about here? Yeah, that's a bit better. All right. So we're going to do the sine 45. So let's press sine 45. Now apparently you can close the bracket, which is here. But you don't need to. If you just press execute, it will automatically. So I wonder if I can press, where is backspace? I don't know what that does. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. All right, so let's go back to, so there's home and there's calculate and we'll press sine and 45 and we won't close the brackets and we'll press enter and it automatically did it. Great. And so we go sine 45 and you can put the closed bracket there if we want to and we get the same result. And that's what it said that we should expect. Okay, so we press AC to clear that. Where is AC? It's not jumping out at me. AC. There's shift. AC, there it is. All right. Now let's press, okay, so this is cos pi on 6. So we press okay, we want to enter a fraction, which is this button here, okay? And the top of the fraction is pi, which is shift 7. There's pi. And then we press down, yep. And we press 6. And then we press right. And then we close brackets and we press enter and our result is 0.99999. Okay, now I was expecting to see root 3 on 2, so let's see if we can figure out. Okay, we've got standard. How do we put it into we want to change, what about settings, calc settings, input, output, math in, math out. All right. Let's do that again. Cos, and then fraction, and then pi on 6, and then across here, and close brackets, and equals. And we want to figure out how to get that as root 3 on 2. Let's try settings, calc settings, number format. Okay. Normal's fine. Engineering symbol, fraction result. Okay, mixed or improper, that's fine. Complex, decimal mark, digit separator. Okay. System settings, reset, get started. Okay. Contrast. Okay. I don't know. Oh, we're here again. I'm annoyed that I'm not seeing root 3 on 2. Oh, okay. So let's do the, so press that and then go into calc settings, angle unit, and we're going to change it to radian. Okay. And then close the settings menu and then enter cos, angle, pi on 6, close bracket, enter. There we go. So when we had it in radian mode, that's okay, great. And then there's a reset procedure. We don't need to worry about that just now. Let's see. How do we let's go to the home. Where do we do our maybe just in here? How do we set the function? Oh, there we go. Define fx. So let's just make it x squared. So oh, I didn't want to do that. How do I delete? There we go. All right, so I want to go shift x, and let's just do squared. There we go. Fx equals x squared. Now what I want to do is, I think maybe this button. Oh no, that's not giving, oh, and then enter. All right. And I want to, figure out how to get the, how do I get, maybe it's tools or catalog. Tools, undo, catalog, angle, do we remember how to use the QR code? Let's go home, calculate, catalog, and tools. Only undo in tools. It's not very. Okay. FX. So we put in 5. Okay. But what about how to I might just disappear for a minute and I'll come back. I'll come back when I figured out how to integrate with the QR code. Let me figure that out. I'll be right back. All right. Well, I've been playing around with this stuff and trying to figure out how it all works. So I thought I'd show you what I figured out so far. Let's go here. And we're going to open the polynomial editor. Sorry if you can't see that very well. How about that? Okay, so we're going to add a polynomial, and we'll just use the one at the top, x squared, and then we'll put in some values for the coefficients. And there we've got our equation entered, and then we press Shift QR, and it'll pop up a QR code. So we'll open the just get rid of that. Open the camera, and then let's put the camera on the QR code. All right, and then click on that, and it's going to open up ClassPad.net. And I've already logged in and everything, and it's going to show us that function, which is the one that we just entered here. And if I press that, that goes away, and we can have a look at the graph of the function. So you can see that there. So it's a parabola. Its offset is 5. So there's the function. There's the function. There's the thing. So that's how that works. I might as well just pop you over to the computer as well. I'll show you ClassPad. It's so I haven't got it all figured out. There's all sorts of features here. I'll have to read the manual. The manual looks like it's pretty good. There's a user guide here, and it's pretty comprehensive. So there's a lot to read about there in the manual. I won't go through that with you now, but yeah, ClassPad looks like this whole rabbit hole to go down. I think I'm going to spend some time playing with it today. Anyway, before we wrap up the unboxing, I'll just throw you over to the computer, and I'll show you the web app. It's like this mind mapping tool that they've got. Looks pretty cool, so I'll show that to you now. All right, so here we are back on the computer now. We're just at ClassPad.net. Supports advanced learning. The new digital notes feature and ClassWiz Emulator have been added to the graphing calculator functions. An all-in-one ICT learning app suitable for both the classroom and independent study. So here's a picture here of the ClassPad Math. Okay. It's got some graphs and such. Okay. And here's our graph. We saw that similar just earlier, didn't we? You can use ClassPad with a guest account. Only ClassPad Math will be available. Okay. Graphing calculator function, ClassPad Math. ClassPad.net helps users to understand mathematics visually by allowing intuitive, simple control of a variety of graphs, shape creation functions, statistics, and calculations. Users can also publish any mathematics educational materials that they have created to users around the world using URLs. Okay. And so there's some examples here. And digital notes feature. A variety of information useful for everyday learning can be accumulated using text input, handwriting input, images, website links, and more. By creating unique, colorful notes with their own personal touches, students are certain to be motivated to learn. Okay. And so here we've got a little mind map happening. There's a video here. True or false. Some notes. A little diagram. You can use these arrows to connect things together, so that's kind of cool. Mind map style. Oh, and you can learn more. So you can learn more about ClassPad Math here. You can learn more about... Oh, I didn't want to do that. What happened then? Oh, I wanted to open that in a new tab. Why didn't that work? There we go. Okay, we'll have a look at that in a second. That's ClassPad Math, Digital Notes, and this is the ClassWiz Emulator. Fees apply. The ClassWiz Sticky Emulator software from the ClassWiz series of scientific calculators is available on ClassPad.net. It can be used in the same user interface as the ClassWiz series scientific calculators. Okay, cool. So it's exactly the same. Yeah, okay, cool. And data input into ClassWiz Sticky and Sticky Notes based on calculation results can be automatically generated. Okay. You got fx equals 2x and gx equals 3x, and you can show them both together. Okay, that's great. Learn more about ClassWiz Emulator here. Okay. And then there's news, and the news started in 2022. New lists can be found here. Oh, the news list. Okay. So in 2022, in addition to the graphing calculator functions that have been used worldwide, ClassPad.net has added the new digital notes feature and ClassWiz Emulator on ClassPad.net, making this the most convenient learning application to date. Okay, 2023, what Casio issues apology and notice concerning personal information leak due to unauthorized access. Okay, 2024, notice of server maintenance. Okay, so there's just notice of maintenance. ClassPad Math and the digital notes feature are available for free. Okay, you can register an account. Are recognized for excellence. ClassPad.net was named the 2021 winner of the Tech and Learning Excellence Award for Secondary Education for its unparalleled versatility, compatibility, value, and ability to help schools solve challenges and support continuous instruction. Okay, and so they've got the Tech Advocate Awards, Tech Learning, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So, open this. Come on. What are you doing? Oh, it's about to crash on me. What's going on here? Are you going to... I'm not sure what's happened here. Yep, it's crashed. Dear me. What are we gonna do? That's still working. This one's all locked up. That's kind of annoying. What am I gonna do? I'll fix this and I'll come back. Alright, so I got that back. We're looking at the documentation for ClassPad. What is ClassPad.net? Casio has been developing products that correspond to each country's education environment by having our developers visit countries around the world to collect opinions from teachers and students on site, as well as information on the state of education in each country, so that these can be reflected in our products. The product concept of ClassPad.net is digitalization on the student's desk. By combining learning tools and the digital notes feature into a single application, ClassPad.net is a cloud-based, storing data and operating via the internet, learning service that can be used in any lesson. ClassPad.net offers the best cloud-based learning service for schools that have introduced a one device per student system and will continue to evolve into a more user-friendly service that reflects the opinions of teachers and students around the world. Try our new learning service, which is packed with Casio expertise. Okay, main Main features: ClassPad Math, Digital Notes feature, ClassWiz Emulator, QR code link feature. So 1. Graphing calculator function, ClassPad Math. Promotes retention of knowledge by visually understanding changes to and properties of graphs and shapes, calculations and shapes, etc. Can be rendered using simple operations to reduce the time spent on writing on the blackboard and make classes more efficient. Okay, we've got ClassPad Math, and we've got text, camera, link, file, and tools. Actually, in the latest interface, there's more features than this. There we go. So there's your graph. Okay. Function calculus. Input formulas to perform a variety of calculations. Useful for checking answers and performing complex calculations. Geometry. Shapes can be drawn easily by inputting handwriting or numerical values. Formulas and theorems can be checked visually by moving shapes to promote understanding and retention of knowledge. Graphs. A variety of graphs can be drawn by inputting handwriting or formulas. Formulas and theorems can be checked visually by moving graphs to promote understanding and retention of knowledge. Statistics. Statistical calculations and statistical graphs can be rendered by inputting numerical values. Complex graphs can be easily drawn, reducing the time spent on writing on the blackboard and making classes more efficient. ClassPad Math plus fees apply. Okay, so there's some plus features that you have to pay for. Computer Algebra System, CAS. Computer Algebra System is a software program facilitating symbolic mathematics. Okay. Advanced statistical calculations. Advanced statistical functions such as test, interval, distribution, and inverse regression are available. Financial calculations. Various financial calculations can be executed. Simple interest, day count. Okay. And handwriting recognition. Formulas and function can be input using handwriting. Learn more about fees for ClassPad Math here. All right. Digital notes feature. Teachers can reduce time spent writing on the blackboard and use that time more efficiently. Students can develop their cognitive skills through independent research and compilation. A colorful sticky notes feature that just feels like using real paper notes. Open a new notebook and click on the icon of the sticky note you want to use, and the following functions will be available for use: text, camera, link, file, tools. Text sticky notes. Feels just like handwriting paper notes. Add text to a sticky note of any color you like. Select character size, weight, color, vertical writing or horizontal writing. Handwriting input with a stylus is also supported. Pen thickness and color can be changed. Application example in class. Can be used instead of a blackboard to reduce the amount of time spent writing on a blackboard. Camera sticky notes. Captured photos and videos can be loaded directly into the digital notes, convenient for extracurricular lessons and completing practical reports. Photos and videos can be taken on your own device. Importing of captured photos and videos is also supported. Application example in class. Photos taken during extracurricular lessons can be attached to notes as is. Link sticky notes. Record sources of information without omission by pasting links to pages that have been referenced. Okay. Relevant information that is not in textbooks, web pages, YouTube videos, maps can be used together for explanation. Application example in class. Resources can be shared more efficiently by preparing supplementary materials like videos of experiments as link sticky notes in advance. Link sticky notes. Resources can be shared more efficiently by preparing supplementary materials like videos of experiments as link sticky notes. Okay, so basically you can just link to things, so anything that you can have a link for, you can put in here. File sticky notes. Different types of files can be added to create notes that are intuitive and easier to understand. Application example in class. Save time by reducing time and effort spent writing on a blackboard. Points can be written out directly in a way that's easy for students to understand. Alright, so you can add files, fair enough. That looks like a PDF or something there. Recording function. Audio recordings or audio files can be attached to sticky notes. Recording can be performed in 5 phases in the range of 15 seconds to 2 minutes. Okay. Application example in class. Can be used for language or music related tasks. Speech and pronunciation can be recorded for checking. Okay. Connect sticky notes to make a slideshow. Multiple sticky notes can be connected with lines to create a slideshow. Sticky notes can be folded and organized or be arranged in a single row. Application example in class, useful for presentations. Okay. ClassPad Math sticky notes. Promotes retention of knowledge by visually understanding changes to and properties of graphs and shapes. Graphs and shapes, etc. can be rendered using simple operations to reduce the time spent on writing on the blackboard and make classes more efficient. Statistical data and statistical graphs can also be handled easily, making the notes helpful in information and exploration classes. All equipment with high precision calculation functions that makes the most of Casio's calculator development expertise. Main functions: functional calculus, graphs, geometry, and statistics. ClassWiz emulator on ClassPad.net. Fees apply. The ClassWiz emulator software for the ClassWiz series of scientific calculators is available on ClassPad Math at ClassPad.net. You can select and launch the same model as your own model of ClassWiz scientific calculator. Controls for ClassWiz emulator. Numbers, functions, and other data can be input using clicking the ClassWiz emulator keys. Data can also be input using a computer keyboard. Taking screenshots of the calculation screen. It is possible to take a screenshot of the calculation screen being displayed and add it as an independent sticky note. Okay, great. Displays the input history or the key log. It is possible to display the input history key log for ClassWiz emulator. The input history key log can be copied and pasted to a sticky note or to other applications. Separate installation of the font file is required. Install the file from here. Okay, I'll check that out. Automatic generation of various types of sticky notes. Various types of sticky notes, such as graphs and numerical tables, can be automatically created based on the calculation results and data currently displayed on ClassWiz emulator. Learn more about the rates for ClassWiz Emulator on ClassPad.net here. All right, we'll open that. I checked this out earlier and it wasn't working. I think that this might be abandoned. I don't know. QR code link feature. ClassWiz series scientific calculators have a feature that converts calculation results or numerical table screens with the input data into QR codes for display. Scanning the QR codes displayed on the ClassWiz Scientific Calculator screen with the ClassWiz Calc app on your smart device can automatically generate sticky notes in ClassPad Math on ClassPad.net based on ClassWiz data. You can use the various features of ClassPad.net and ClassWiz Scientific Calculators to engage in deeper mathematical learning. The QR code function may not be available on some of the ClassWiz models. Okay, so you've got your input data, scan the QR code, graph it on the smart device, analyze the graph. ClassPad.net allows you to display graphs and perform various visual analyses. Makes formulas visually understandable. Search for ClassWiz Calc app on the App Store or Google Play. The name differs depending on the region. Please download either ClassWiz blah blah blah. Basic math tool functions and digital notes are available for free. Please note that some features are restricted in the free version of Math Tools. Okay. So, list of plans and the operating environment. Basic. The digital notes feature and the graphing calculator function ClassPad Math are available for free. Created notes can also be saved. Account recreation is required. Okay. Guest. So if you log in as guest, only the graphing functions are available for free without creating an account. However, the created data cannot be saved. Option plan. The ClassPad.net provides the following option plans. ClassPad Math Plus. KAS, Advanced Statistical Calculation, Financial Calculations, Handwriting Recognition. Okay, so that's ClassPad Math Plus. And then there's ClassWiz, includes the ClassWiz Emulator for use with ClassPad Math. Okay, and ClassWiz Emulator, ClassWiz Emulator for use with ClassPad Math, volume license. Okay, note volume license is a volume discount product for purchasing multiple licenses. One license code will be issued per volume license. The sales site system is temporarily down. Please wait for a while until the system is restored. Okay, so you can't buy at the moment because the system isn't working. Compatible models. So we should see the 991CW if it's supported. There it is there, 991CW. Great. Operating environment. Recommended browsers, okay. Google, Chromium, Safari. Okay, so Firefox isn't listed. Okay. Compatibility is guaranteed if a later version than the suggested version is used. Browser settings. Assume that the following browser settings are applied. JavaScript enabled, cookie enabled, and TLS 1.2 enabled. Okay, they support the iPhone. Oh, 14 or later. Oh, that's interesting. My iPhone is not a 14. Alright, so Alright, page not found. Access denied. Educational resources. Okay. And okay, we saw this earlier. This is the list of plans, and you can't buy them at the moment because the e-commerce system is down. It looks like there's a bunch of material here. Do we have what are we gonna do? Let's have a quick look at this. All right. Free math teaching materials. Welcome to Free Math Teaching Materials, providing teachers with useful mathematical resources in different countries to help them in the classroom. Valuable teaching resources created by Casio are provided. A wide range of useful materials are free to be downloaded. Your own teaching materials can be shared with teachers around the world. Okay, you can search materials, new materials. Okay, this is not in English. Okay. Number of reviews, again, not in English. Here we go. Chapter 1, number system. Okay, so people are sharing stuff here. What is this? Oh. Complex number. Oh, wow, I see. All right. So this is teachers sharing the slides that they've made. Yeah, right. Teaching videos. ClassWiz teaching videos. Okay. Equations. All right. Interesting. Graphing calculator how-to video. Well, we don't have a graphic calculator. ClassWiz CW how-to video. And ClassWiz X. Okay. Calculation, equation, inequality, ratio. Okay, cool. So that looks pretty interesting, doesn't it? Check out this extensive collection of support materials for teachers and students, including instructions in the effective use of scientific calculators. Okay. CAS, graphic models, ClassWiz CW models. I have read. Oh, okay. Terms and conditions. Okay, license, copyright. Okay. ClassWiz CW models. I'm not sure what that is. Extract. Key font for Casio scientific calculator. Font file. Okay. I see. So these are the fonts that they use. Great. Natural textbook display, standard, financial. Okay. Software license. Software that displays the screen of a calculator on your PC by connecting the PC to the calculator through USB cable. You can have the screen as image data and use it to explain the operating instructions. Let's just give me 2 seconds. Yeah, I just checked my calculator, and there's no USB cable on this thing, and it does say here compatible series, and it doesn't include this, so that is not relevant to us. We'll close that. We're going to get rid of that. This was interesting. This was particularly interesting. This was also particularly interesting. This was less interesting, but still kind of cool. And that's the main page for this. This is the manual, the HTML manual. You can also download it as PDF. And we don't care about this. You can't buy them at the moment. Their thing is down, down, again, down, and we read all of this. Okay, so this is ClassPad.net. The only other thing that I might do with you, give me 1 second. All right, so before we wrap up today, I thought I'd just take some time to actually show you this this ClassPad software. This is the home page. I've logged in. I have access to the ClassPad math system. Oh, okay. Um, so there's this self-study thing here, and then there's a folder that comes pre-configured. I think you can, okay, you can rename, copy, move, and delete. I don't know if you can. Yeah, you can put this in list view or in icon view. You can add things, so you can add a folder, you can add a notebook. Okay, interesting. This is a folder, so we'll double click on that and it'll open it up in a new window. I'm pretty sure it does. I'm not sure why that won't open. Let's try refreshing this thing. Huh. Um, I'm a bit, I don't understand why that won't work. Let's try it over on Firefox instead. Okay, so it's not working in Chrome, but it is working in Firefox. Now they've got two pre-configured examples here. Okay, so that's okay. This is the second example, and it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So tips 1: select here to edit the name of the notebook. Okay. Demo usage. Okay, cool. 2, you can input text anywhere on the notebook. You can change the font size, text color, text orientation, and font weight. Okay, so how do we add? Here's text, and we'll add pink, and this is a test. Testing 1, 2, 3. And then back we go. Okay, there it is. Great. And we can edit that, and we can increase the font size. Okay, up to 15. That's the maximum. Back we go. Oh, it doesn't seem to have. Why didn't it remember my font size? Okay, that's much bigger there. Yeah, cool. Can change the color, I guess. Okay. Okay, you can lock it. Okay. You unlock it and then you can move it. And that looks like a bin, doesn't it? Yep. How do I undo? Undo? What about if I press Control Z? No. Oh, there's the rubbish bin. Objects placed in trash can for more than 30 days will be deleted permanently after a certain period of time. Okay. Oh, and it's there. That thing I deleted. I click restore and it put it back. Great. Okay. Cool. And can I drag it into the trash? Yes, I can. Okay. So when you restore it, it doesn't remember where it was. You can reset to original size. Okay. Reset to original size. Duplicate and add. Okay. Ooh. Okay. What is this? We can add a stamp. We can draw. Okay. And you can record audio, or you can resize. Cool. And then we can go back. There's our thing. That's pretty cool. Duplicate all. Oh, what did I just do? I'm not sure. I don't know what that does. Whoop. What does that do? Oh, that collapses it. Okay. And I can draw that over to here. Okay. Oh, okay. So there are rules about what can point to what. I point that there. Yeah, I can. Okay, cool. So the first one was here to edit the name. Here you can input text anywhere on the notebook. You can change the font size, text color, text orientation, and font weight. Oh, here we go. There's the orientation. Text orientation. Okay, you can go top to bottom and left to right. That's all that the options are. Okay. And we should be able to resize that. Okay, cool. So, okay, you can't change the form factor. It's always this. Okay. Tip 3, you can handwrite anywhere on the notebook. Okay, where's handwriting? Here. Yeah. Okay, cool. You can place figures on the notebook. You can change their color and size. Undo. Okay, is that an eraser? Yes, it is. Okay, what's this? Oh, you can change the size. Okay. And what's this? Can we change the color? Doesn't seem to be able to change the color. Don't know what that is. All right. So, oh, there we go. So when you've, oh, you can do a straight line. There we go. So you can change the color. Cool. Oh, you can change the line size. Okay, cool. Go back. Oh no. Yeah, okay. What's this? Oh, I see. All right. Well, let's get rid of that because we don't care. Oh, you can resize it too. That's kind of cool. Can we resize it? Yeah, we can. I didn't want to do that. Okay, so there's our little drawing over there. So you can handwrite anywhere. You can place figures on the notebook. You can change their color and size. So we've got text, camera, link. Copy and paste the URL. Let's copy this URL. Paste it here. Add a link. And if I click on it, yep, it'll open it up. Okay. So it's a link. Can you what's view web? View URL. Okay. And back. All right. Figures. Is there a figure? Tools. ClassPad math. All right. Let's do that. So what about y equals x plus 2. Execute. Okay. And what about if we make it 3x plus 2? Yep, okay, that's cool. What's here? Let's put y equals 2x. What's wrong there? Do I have to click execute? Y equals 2x. What's the problem? Are you going to undefined variable? I don't get it. What am I doing wrong? That worked. fx y equals 2x. Okay. Oh, I see. This must just be like 3 plus 1. No. 3 plus 1. 4. Okay. So this is just for, how do I move you? Can I redrag? Yeah, there we go. Okay. So we've got a calculation and we've got graphs and we've got 2x and 3x plus 2. Now, can I remove that? Will it bring it back? There it is there. Okay, cool. So you can go into Tools, open the Math app, do the math stuff, and bring it back here. Ah, cool. And you can click on it to re-edit it, and then you can click back to take it back. Okay, that's cool. Okay, where's figures? Text box. Okay. Not sure why that won't work. Yeah. All right. It says you can place figures. Text. Oh, here we go. Shapes. Okay. So I guess these are figures. Okay. Let's trash that. All right. What does that do? Duplicate. All right. Lock. Trash. Okay. You can create a template. Okay. This background picture helps you to customize your sticky notes. You can display the pointer here. Oh, that's a zoom. You can display the pointer. I don't know what that means. I saw the pointer earlier though. Oh, here's template. Okay. Okay, there's a template, there's shapes, handwriting. Okay, that's free form. And you can click back. Okay. Text box we did, tools we did, file. Let's add a PDF. What about that? Loading, loading, loading. All right, there we go. And if you want to read it, you just click on it. Yep, okay. Oh, it's only included the first page. So has it only included the first page? If you click download, did it download the full file? Yeah, it did. All right, cool. Okay, that's good. And we go back here. So we've got text, camera, we don't care, link, file, tools. Okay, you got MathPad in the tools. I'm just trying to remember where we got the, you can display the pointer. That's here. There we go. Display the pointer. I don't know. Oh, I see. Yes, okay. So if you're recording a video and you want to point people around, you use the pointer. So this is I can indicate with it. Very good. So that's what the pointer is. And the hand allows you to select stuff or move it around. Okay, cool. And then there's the text properties. You can add a stamp. You can choose the size. Okay, great. All right. How do you show the pointer here? I don't know. I think you have to open something to display the pointer. You can zoom in and out, so I should be able to, yeah, okay, zoom in and out. Cool. And select this for the user guide. This. Whoop. Select this for the user guide. Oh, I see. There's this. Select this for the user guide. User guide, privacy statement, blah, blah, blah. And the user guide is here. Okay. About this service. So here we go. Okay. All right. Well, that looks pretty extensive. I won't go through the user guide with you now, but I will put a link to all of this in the show notes. Boy, wow. Give me 2 seconds and then we'll come back and wrap up. All right, well, we've come this far, so we might as well just have a quick look over the table of contents for the ClassPad.net manual. So we've got about this service, what you can do with this service, about the screens in this service, how to use the manual, got log in and log out, account information, logging in, switching the display language, logging out, then personal, Using the lesson and self-study screens, displaying the lesson/self-study screen, creating new notebooks, opening created notebooks, creating folders, organizing notebooks and folders, changing the screen display, changing the display order for notebooks and folders, using notebooks, creating text and handwritten sticky notes, creating sticky notes from photos or movies shot on a camera, creating sticky notes with links, creating images, movies, and PDF/Office files as sticky notes, viewing PDF/Office files linked to sticky notes, downloading PDF and Office file sticky notes, creating sticky notes of the linked PDF file, displaying the ClassPad Math, entering text, entering handwritten text on a sticky note, entering handwritten text in a notebook, using templates, using stamps, adding audio to a sticky note, using lines to connect sticky notes, using the pointer tool, editing sticky notes, locking a sticky note, saving sticky notes, checking saved sticky notes, creating folders, organizing folders and sticky notes, changing the saved sticky note screen display, changing the display order for folders and sticky notes, exporting a notebook as an image or a PDF file. Oh, that's good that you can do that. Publishing or downloading notebooks. Okay. Using ClassPad Math. Functions that require a license. Let's have a look at that just quickly. It doesn't actually tell you, it just shows you how they're indicated. Functions that require a ClassPad Math Plus license are indicated by the ClassPad Math Plus icon, and functions that require a ClassWiz license are indicated by the ClassWiz icon. Okay, fair enough. Displaying a ClassPad Math paper, a guide to the paper screen, saving paper content, working with papers, creating a text sticky note, arithmetic and function calculations, graphing and numerical table creation, statistical calculations, geometry, sequence, number line, financial, auto-generating sticky notes from ClassWiz QR code function, ClassWiz sticky note, scientific calculator emulator, color graph, scientific calculator emulator, and then function list, abbreviations and punctuations used in this section, trigonometric and inverse trigonometric functions, hyperbolic and inverse hyperbolic functions, angle units, mixed fraction, logarithmic function, numeric calculations, random number generator, integer functions, permutation and combination, other functions, transformation, advanced calculation, complex number calculations, list, matrix, vector, equation/inequality, assistant, distribution, and inverse distribution. And then other stuff, managing licenses, purchasing licenses from ClassPad.net store, entering additional license codes, deleting licenses, manual software license, manual changelog. So here's the changelog. How far back in time does it go? 2022. 2022. And when was it most recently changed? Last year. Hasn't been maintained for more than a year. I'm not quite sure that they're really focused on this. I don't know. Anyway, there it all is. So that unboxing kind of got out of hand, didn't it? Anyway, let's throw you over to the farewell cam. We'll wrap up.
And that's a wrap. So here is the Casio fx-991CW scientific calculator. We have just had a pretty good look at it. We didn't do a lot of calculating, but we gave it a bit of a test. We checked out the QR code functionality. We had a look at the ClassPad.net, which is kind of like a content management system for mind mapping and sticky notes and such. We tested the QR code, so you can transfer data from the calculator into the notes system. Yeah, I'm a pretty happy customer. I might as well show you. I got a bunch of books the other day from Amazon, and I don't know how I feel about these print on demand, like unpublished kind of self-published things. But I got How to Use a Scientific Calculator. I haven't read this yet, so I don't know if it's any good. And then I got the beginnings of this series. There's I think there's 9 books in this series. I got 4 of them. I got 1, 2, 3, and 8. These are A-level mathematics on the Casio fx-991EX. Now, the one that we looked at today is the 991CW. It's the later model. So this is better, but it's not what this book uses. Or in fact, this series of books, they use the fx-991EX. Now, I am getting a 911EX, so I'll be doing an unboxing of that in the near future as well. And then once I've got it, I'm going to work through these books and learn how to use that particular model of the calculator, which apparently, because it's the cheap entry-level one, it's really common apparently in schools. That's as I understand it. Of course, I haven't been in school for a long time. Now, there was these ones as well. This is calculus for the TI 36X Pro, and so is this. This is TI 36X Pro. This is practice examples and calculus. So it's the same guy. His name's Dr. Alan Brown. He's put together all of these very specific guides for actual particular calculators. So we've got that. Yeah, this is some more of the Casio fx-991EX ClassWiz. And so is this. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got 6 books for the fx-991EX. And we've got 2 books for the TI 36X Pro. And we have 1 book for the generic scientific calculator. So this will just talk about any old calculator, I guess. I haven't looked at it yet. I might do that later. So I haven't got a book that particularly covers this model, which is the one we just looked at, the fx-991CW. The manual, the PDF version of the manual is 151 pages. It's basically a small book anyway that'll tell you how to use every single feature on this device. So that's what I'll be looking at to learn how to use this particular model. In fact, I've pretty much finished it. I've been reading it for the last day or 2. And that's it. So this is the end of this. This is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks very much for watching, and please remember to hit like and subscribe.